Disclaimer notice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All information in this video is not based on fact. It is all alleged, based upon my intuition, my opinion, what I believe my tarot cards are telling me. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, morning, or whenever you are watching this. Yes, I got somebody else on my radar connected to Diddy, who has had pictures with Diddy, Prince Harry. Now, I watched an interview, from years ago, that Diddy had extended an invitation to both Prince Harry and Prince William. And I'm trying to get my crystal ball in place, sorry. To his parties, to a party. I was under the impression that Prince William was cordial, but not necessarily interested. The vibe I get from Harry is totally different. Now, Diddy would not elaborate whether Harry had attended any parties or not. My vibe is he did. Probably even as a youngin'. I wouldn't think not during the time that Princess Diana was around. I don't believe. I believe after she passed, he may have gone rogue, which kind of explains a lot of things. That's distracting again. Well, still see my mouse. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and dig into this. I know my map looks crooked. It's crooked to me when I look at it. But anyhow, let's go ahead and see what my guides want to tell us about Prince Harry and Diddy. And some of you know that I talk about door dashing quite often on this channel, that I will say things like, well, I gotta go DoorDash now, or something like that. If you're interested in my DoorDash adventures, if I remember, I'll put a card up here. Otherwise, either in a pinned comment or in the description box, I'll put a link to that particular channel. I'm known as Grandma Dasher, if you're interested. Okay, I'm not going to post links to each individual video because it's not really related to tarot at all. But just in case you would like some insight on some of my life outside of true crime, you can check that channel out. Okay, let's go ahead and dig in. Let's get some cards on Harry's connection with Diddy. We had a card fall out. Treasure. That looks like either Diddy offered him something or Harry was a treasure to Diddy. We got treasure. Mastery. That's interesting. This is about the connection, the relationship between the two. Pegasus. The Pegasus is fast-moving energy. I'm hearing like taming the beast. I don't know how that relates. Masquerade. Butterfly Queen. This card comes out a lot in readings related to or that involve Diddy. It came out with Oprah's reading as well. So the first line is kind of telling me the treasures are the pleasures, okay? And part of the pleasure is mastering the beast, the travel. The mastery is being good at something here. Maybe being fake it till you make it. These two mirror each other. Mastering the ability to put on a mask. The masquerade is things are not what they appear to be at these parties. So it's like, or hiding, or perhaps Harry pretended to be somebody else. It is a 22. It is a master number. Okay. Now, additional information about that. You know, it's an illusion. It's like everything may not be as it seems, as I said. A lot of secrecy around it. Mastering the ability to keep the secret. Okay. And there's something about mastering the beast. I wonder what that is. And the Pegasus, like I said, is fast-moving action. Things happening rather quickly. The Pegasus also represents short journeys. So, this kind of makes me think that Diddy took the parties overseas as well. And transport. Are you kidding me? Transportation. Disguised transportation. About God's treasures. That treasure card is something that is valued. Okay? It is something of importance. And possessions. Possessions. Finances being involved. An increase. Mastering the ability to make money and increase finances through certain traffic patterns that is disguised as something else in regards to these parties. This, like I said, allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. This is making me think of Harry having something more to do with this. And this is also could be about graduation, moving up in levels. He was definitely more involved, according to these cards. They're just cards, right? Just a card reading. More involved than what meets the eye. He worked his way up to a certain level under Diddy's wing. And I'm feeling more like, when him and Megan went through all that, being outcasts, sort of, but not sort of. The feeling of being thrown out of the UK, out of the royal family. They took refuge with Diddy. I almost get this grooming effect with Diddy with Prince Harry. And he kind of mastered things and maybe even put in charge of some kind of transportation per se around these parties. I don't know what he was transporting. Well, they said pull from the bottom. Okay. Words of prayer. Words on the wing. This is articles, written articles. Is there some kind of documentation about this? And with the Weaver of Words, somebody writing about this. Now, his writings, his words. Harry published a book. Is there something in the book that alludes to this, but kind of disguised as something else? I'm kind of wondering. The Weaver of Words is the communication. Okay. This is making me think something's written down or something is documented. That's interesting to me. Because the Weaver of Words is like small ideas with big potential. And these are ideas taking off and taking form. The power of words. Diplomacy. Writers. He was writing his book. I swear that there's something in his book. That's what I'm getting. So if anybody's read it, go back through it again. And the words on the wing are messages, incoming messages through any form of communication. So that could be text messages. Communicating about writing his book, what to put in his book. This is weird. But there's some written communication about, this could even be written communication about an article. Or even about the photos and stuff. Then we got interlude. There was a break or taking a break from this. The interlude is a time out. Oh, he may have taken a time out from Diddy's side of things in order to write his book. And with the masquerade, we have the fellowship. Yeah, parties, masquerade parties, parties that look like one thing but are something else in the royal community. The call. Receiving that call, receiving that invitation. So, it started as an invitation to Harry to attend a party. That Diddy saw something in Harry, something valuable. He saw money. Harry built his way and climbed the ranks in Diddy's circle, allegedly speaking. I think Harry did some things. And I bet there is some proof of it. Harry might be one of the people that goes down for this. Meghan's coming to mind too. So I'm thinking I might have to dig into Meghan in another reading. But at some point, Harry took a break, kind of like put things to rest, and because he was concentrating on his book. This is kind of giving me a timeline here. But there's something in his book talking about groups of people or fellowships or people he was mingling with. Maybe even within the royal family. It's not just Harry involved. But there's something about the royal family that Harry wrote about that is kind of a disguise you have to read between the lines. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's get the story. And this is from, well, first of all, let's just get the overview. That kind of gave us a little bit of information. The situation, 3 of Wands, plans moving forward. Moving forward with an idea and a decision, but with the world. So, world travel involved with this. What is hidden underneath is the King of Coins. Somebody with the money. There's Diddy. Okay? The money. The overriding concern is the Six of Swords. So this is telling me that Diddy had some concerns about transporting the treasures within the UK involved in his parties. And I think Harry was the answer to that. Past struggles, Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups brings the invitation. Doesn't have to be struggles. But it's coming across as, how do I spread the word and the love in the UK without detection, actually? And there have been events, what I'm getting with just these cards, events, world events in the UK that Diddy was behind. He was using Harry to help him be mobile around the UK. That's why that transportation type energy was in the last spread. Moving forward, Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands represents ideas. It represents inspiration. Inspirational ideas. So, with the assistance of Harry and what his contributions were, kind of opened the door to even bigger things. Other ideas. And I can't remember exactly because I don't read on the royals a lot. But wasn't there a threat of being cut off financially from the royal family as well? And this idea was an end to the means. Means to the end. However that's saying it. It was kind of like our needs can be met. We can maintain a certain lifestyle like the royals should. Even if daddy cuts me off, I still have something coming in. Harry's viewpoint, Knight of Coins. It was something steady. There is something that had potential to grow his coin. This great idea. And he proved to be loyal, pledging his loyalties to Diddy. Wow. In the environment is Queen of Swords. This is somebody who talks. This is somebody who speaks their truth. This is somebody who's a little bit cold. I'm kind of wondering if that is Megan being the Ice Queen about this. I don't like this, Harry. This is wrong. If she was saying that, kudos, hats off to Megan in this instance. But there was somebody seeking truth. It feels like a feminine energy. Doesn't have to be. But somebody in the environment trying to dig up dirt. That could even be on William's side. Trying to dig up the dirt. That could have been the queen herself in the environment. We'll have to get some clarifiers on that. Hopes and fears, Four of Swords. I'm going with a non-traditional meaning of the Four of Swords because it's what I'm being told. Being on the down low. Undiscovered. Made it look like Harry's not doing anything. He wanted to fly under the radar. When he's taking action, but making it look like he wasn't taking any type of action, if that makes sense. And then we got the Queen of Wands. She shows up a lot in these readings as well, concerning Diddy. So we got another female. We got two females facing off with each other, or this is somebody with a lot of ambition, somebody with a lot of courage. That could be Megan. I'm thinking this is more grandma, and that's Megan. Let's see what these are about. And my favorite clarifying deck is Mildred Payne. Sometimes I use other decks, but we're going to take a look and see what Mildred Okay, I'm getting the other Mildred deck out, I think. The bigger one, I think. If it is handy here. Yep, I got it. I don't know why, but I was just being called to bring a Mildred, not mini Mildred, but Mildred out. Mini Mildred could be used to clarify bigger Mildred. Interesting. But anyhow, don't want to make this video too long because, yes, I got door dashing to do today. I got money to make. I'm platinum. You know, I got bills, and this is the way I'm going to get ahead on my bills. Since YouTube cut ad revenue down. Of course, my stats are not looking too bad for September. But I tell you what, when I got paid for my YouTube revenue, I felt it. It was bad. You know, didn't pay for much. Paid for my car insurance. And a couple other miscellaneous things. That was it. I had to, because I pay my insurance by every 6 months. But anyhow, so we got a plan here. Okay, Mildred, give me a card. Time-sensitive plan. Timing played a role. What about the timing? What about the timing, Mildred? A wish. Shovel. Okay. That is... We're in a time right now where certain wishes and desires are being dug up on Harry and his involvement in this. He definitely had a motive for getting involved with Diddy. I see, and I'm really curious about the court cards. This is obvious. That's the transportation, the overriding concern. Transportation. So what's this King of Coins up to? That's not Harry, by the way. Is the key. The key is Diddy has the key. The ladder. And I can never pronounce this. But this is a sacred symbol of sacred knowledge. Wisdom. And knowing. And this is, he holds the answers to how Harry climbed up the ladder. And it's ancient knowledge. This is not something that happened yesterday. This is that invitation that he extended to Harry that Harry obviously accepted. And it led to new ideas, new ways of using Harry. And let me just get one card. Let me get a card on. Let me get a card from on that one. That's a phone call coming in that I'm not taking. Okay, protection. Oh, in the shell, Four of Swords. New ideas how Harry could be proactive in this and remain anonymous or under some sort of protection, unseen. Okay, Harry, he saw this as a golden opportunity. He's been, in this, the Knight of Wands is slow moving. In timing, it is something that happens over a long period of time. So, Harry's been involved with Diddy for a very long time. I want to know who this Queen of Swords is. Who's this Queen of Swords in the environment? Who is cold, who's speaking their truth, who is pissed off. I feel like that this is Mother Queen, Grandmother, rather, the Wheel. She's not pissed off. The Wheel is moving things forward. Oh! The Queen made a change as far as the coin is concerned, or this is kind of a little bit shady here on Queenie's part. And I think that is Harry's grandmother. I really think that's Harry's grandmother, involving money. Okay? And the wheel does represent progress. It's venturing out. It could also involve travel. Something coming around full circle. Progress and moving things forward. The Queen may have provided Harry money for his ability to travel around. I need one more card on that because I'm getting a second message. I might be off base on what I just said. The Feather, Spirit. Oh, Mom, Mother, and Spirit. Mama's not happy in spirit. Grandma moving things. Diana's not happy with Grandma. Okay. That's where the Ice Queen, the coldness, the frustration and anger is coming from. It's not from the Queen that passed on. It was from Diana. But the Queen, this is also saying, oh, gosh. Yeah, Diana's not happy, by the way. I was wondering if this was Grandma or not, this Queen of Swords. She's on the other side now, in spirit. This is a spirit card. So this is kind of saying she provided a means to Harry to do his traveling. Let's get this deck. Because I want to know if the Queen knew what Harry was up to. Because he was trying to fly under the radar. I have a feeling Harry made the need for money and travel out to be one thing when it was something else. That is just the vibe I'm getting. So I want to know if Grandma, Queen Elizabeth, knew what Harry was up to while she was walking the earthly plane. Did Grandma know? Queen Elizabeth know what her grandson was doing at the time? Clarity. That's almost saying yes, she did. So, Queen Elizabeth has some dirty hands. She saw clearly the toxicity in that situation. This is a definite yes for me. She saw the toxicity. She knew what Harry was into. Okay. And he was hoping to fly under the radar. I'm getting a message that Queenie told him he had to fly, he had to lay low on this. Queenie saw the money that could come in from Diddy's organization as well. But then we're ending with this Queen of Wands. Somebody who's ambitious, somebody who has an agenda as well. I was feeling more like Megan. So let's see what this Queen of Wands energy is. Oh, okay. They want me to pull one more tarot card on it and then see if I still need Mildred. A little tip for you guys. I haven't discussed this in my tarot class yet. But when the outcome card or potential outcome or where things are going is a court card. You can read it just like that, or sometimes you can get more information by pulling another tarot card as to what is that person's energy. Especially if you read it as a person. It could be just a situation or an attitude. I'm reading this as a person with the King of Swords. Perhaps not, Megan. That's why I did this. Now I got 2 court cards there. The Fool. Okay. That's not Megan. That's King Charles and Camilla. That's who this is. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I pulled that tarot to clarify who this is. This is the King of England. That's King Charles. And that is Queen Consort Camilla. The Fool. They're not happy. And I get this energy, this message, and I'm seeing this in my crystal ball over here. Queen Camilla and King Charles just came up in my crystal ball with frowns on their face, arms crossed. Like, Harry, you're doing it again. You're making a mockery of the monarch. Nobody's going to take us seriously. Let me get some more cards on this. You're making foolish mistakes. The Tooth. The Tooth is something that is rooted. It is something that... What do you do with a tooth that goes bad? I'm hearing rotten tooth that needs to be pulled. Harry's really going to seal his fate with the royal family as a result. And losing a tooth, losing something. Losing the reputation is what I'm hearing. And there seems to be some kind of difficult separation. And it could be illness, but it's like the whole royal family. It's like the king is going to make it and queen together. They're making a decision that there has to be a total separation between them, the monarchy, England or UK, and Harry. Anything else about that? So Harry's definitely going to get cut off, the sun. And I'm not seeing that as happy. I'm reading that literally as the sun. We have to cut the sun off. I have to cut my son off altogether. Officially. What else can you tell me about the cutting the sun off? What else about cutting the sun off? In front of the world. To the world, it's going to appear like the firm over in England, the royals, are cutting Harry off. It's done. It's over. And it seems like a permanent decision. The family, cut off from the family, the royal family is cutting him off in front of the world, or at least threatening to do that, because they feel Harry is out of control. And I tell you what, they're not blaming Diddy. They're not blaming Harry per se. They're blaming the female, well, that's the masculine energy. Yeah, okay. Yang, controlling the aggressive behavior. So, that's what I see coming. But the last thing that I want to ask, okay, I'm going to pick these cards up, including Mildred. And I'm just going to draw a few tarot cards when I ask this question. I'm going to use one of Alicia's spreads. But I want to know if, in the beginning, if Harry started out as simply one of the people that was transported. Okay? You know what I mean, the TRAF word. If he was actually a participant, or was he just somebody as a connection for Diddy to infiltrate the UK? I have my suspicions that he... Okay. There goes Prince Andrew. That was involved in Epstein-type activity as well. He's been indicted. He's been, liking little ones. And that just came to mind. I think this started even before Diddy. That is why Harry thought it was okay. I might have to do some more readings on Harry. And William, too. I'm just getting this image of him being groomed at a very young age. But, Seven of Swords, deception, stealing, sneaking, Five of Coins, justice. Oh yeah, there was a decision to cut him off. Eight of Wands. The Fool again. Six of Pentacles. Page of Coins. This is like having to learn a very tough lesson. His finances getting cut off. because of his communication and interaction with Diddy. But I wanted to know if he was a participant. That was my question. We got the Fool, we got the Page of Cups. I said Page of Pentacles. It's a Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is, something, a surprise pops out of that cup that's not expected. It could be a stinky offer. But something smells like a fish here. This is balancing something. Fool, naive. So, what I'm getting is he snuck around in the dark because he felt like he was on the outside looking in. There's a sense of rejection here, probably by his father, especially after Diana passed. But when Harry got involved in all this, he was on the outside of the royal family looking in. He felt separated from them. He felt rejected from them. Meanwhile, Diddy's offering him a sense of family. And it was really his organization disguised as, welcome to our group. You could belong to us. We will accept you. Justice is weighing things out and trying to make a decision. Doesn't always mean it's a good decision. But there's the traveling, there's the communication, and Harry took the bait. I want to take a look at, the only thing I really want to look at here, but there was something unexpected in that cup. And I think that once he got involved, it wasn't what he thought it was going to be, but he participated. Okay, I want to know this justice. There is some kind of weighing a decision out in the past. Long time ago. There's an ancient knowledge. He took the knowledge. I think he had an idea of what Diddy was about. Puppet. There you go. The puppet is kind of like being under somebody's control. And being manipulated, brainwashing. I think that maybe even through rituals. Hello, Diddy. Through certain rituals, Harry may have been brainwashed in this whole situation, thinking that it was okay. So he could not make a balanced decision because his mind was being manipulated and brainwashed. Okay. There's that sneaking around. So he snuck around. He traveled secretly and secret communications. And communications that were a bit deceptive. No wonder he was trying to keep things on the down low. But there was some kind of misleading information that made him on the outside. So there's more to the story of Harry's exile or, things being rocky between him and his family that wasn't being talked about. Seven of Swords, please. The boot. Immediately I hear him getting kicked out of the family. But the reasons he was kicked out of the family that the world was told was not the truth. And he was kicked out because and there were secret communications about this. Give me one more card. No, give me a card on the 8. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, please. Can you tell me about the 8 of Wands? Bone. His bloodline. Communication from the bloodline has to do with burying the bloodline. Communications that had to be buried that was associated with his family. And the bone also represents leaving something behind, the blood, the family leaving him behind. They're moving forward, but they're leaving him, Harry, behind because of his dealings with Diddy. Hence, he's out in the cold. Hence, he's struggling financially. Only because he wanting to live like a royal without the financing the back that kind of lifestyle. I mean, the kind of money that he left with, I'd be living like a queen myself. You know, I'd be, damn. I wouldn't have to DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? But there's something, the bloodline is leaving him behind, giving him the boot. What did give him the boot? And that's around the time he started talking or met Diddy. And Diddy kind of twisted the situation, almost like that brainwashing, that mind control. And what was offered to Harry was an illusion, was not exactly what Harry thought he was getting into. I think Harry thought it was just normal parties with celebrities. He had no clue what was involved, especially children. So, that answered that question. This was an eye-opening reading as well, just like the one with Oprah. I'm going to end it here. I'm done with this energy. This is icky energy. And I, at this point, am ready to drop the mic.